Now that you know a little bit about the structure of a circular journey story and you have an idea for how you want to write one, you're going to complete a graphic organizer for your entire story, and it will have each of the 7 elements of a circular journey. The more detailed you can be in your graphic organizer, the easier it will be to write your rough draft. So, the story begins with the introduction. I'm going to set the scene. My character Sally will be sitting in an oak tree in her backyard reading a book. There's a pile of books at the bottom of the tree, like she's been reading for a long time. Her crazy hair blows in her eyes. She looks out at her neighbor's house, and beyond that is a Christmas tree farm. So I just wanted to introduce my main character, Sally. She likes to read, she has unruly hair, and she lives outside of Portland, as you can tell because she lives next to a Christmas tree farm. Then I want to get to know her a little bit further, so I'm going to write a second scene in my story in the real world. Sally sees her neighbors are having a birthday party. She's sad that she wasn't invited. She thinks about joining them, but can't quite bring herself to do it. Sally is lonely. So I've kind of shown her flaw that she's pretty shy and she's lonely, so she can't quite get enough confidence in herself to make the friends that she wishes she had. Next, in the third scene of my story, she's going to enter some kind of portal. So in my third scene, Sally will find a dusty old book in her attic. It has a picture of a palm tree on the cover, and when she opens it up, she gets sucked in. Now she's in the imaginary world for the fourth scene of the story. She feels sand between her toes and her eyes hurt from the bright sun. Sally looks up and sees a palm tree over her head. Suddenly, a coconut smacks her in the forehead. When she wakes up, she's surrounded by 4 other kids who all look as confused as she is. So I'm going to write a scene explaining where she is and what it looks like. And I'm going to also include in that scene who else is in that imaginary world. The kids are stuck on the island. That's their problem, and they have to figure out how to solve it. That's the 5th scene of the story. They're arguing about what to do and how to get back. Each of them came to the island by way of a book, but they were all a little different. They have to work together to figure out the puzzle for escape. So they're going to solve it by Sally taking the lead to figure out how the books fit together. And then for the sixth scene, she's going to travel back to the real world. The books have to be arranged in a certain order to unlock the portal back to the real world. All the kids are now a little sad that they're separating and going back home. So it just kind of shows that they learn to be friends and work together. And in the conclusion, what did Sally learn? Sally realizes that she has a lot to offer other people and she should be more confident. The next day, she goes over to her neighbors and introduces herself. So when she gets back to the real world, my lesson learned kind of connects to my introduction, setting the scene and her personality that was shown in the beginning of the story. So it all comes full circle.